Hello everyone, this little bit is about the operation of the solar heater. I've got the pump shut off right now, so normally when you'd be in here it'd be a little bit noisier, but I'm just having it kind of quiet so I can talk and collect my thoughts and such. This is the electronic control panel part. This is the valve actuator part, the part that diverts the water either that way or that way. This way means to the heater. So to start with the control panel part, fundamentally you've got a adjustment here which says what your desired temperature for the water is. When this is in automatic mode, and you can see here there's a switch, and now it's in manual mode, which means we're just telling the valve to be on. And as you can see, the valve is on according to a little bit of a diagram. Some people get a little bit confused because the handle is actually pointing kind of more this way, which is in the off direction, but the little pointer here is what it's all about, and that means the water's being diverted to the heater. So yeah, so the manual is on right now. That red light says that this whole controller panel is sending a message to the actuator to be on. So that's one thing to watch for. Whenever that light is on, that means that this valve should be in the on position. Conversely, if I turn it to off here, you can see the valve starts to, you can hear the little motor in there, it slowly starts to move to the off position. And you read a little notice I just put up here. The valve should either be fully on, fully off, or moving. And if it's ever stopped halfway between, move it to the next position. Okay, so like I said, you've got this whole set point thing. That's operating when you've got this in automatic. And right now the pool temperature is as high as the set point, which is at 80. I do suggest don't take it over 85. As the whole chlorine thing becomes kind of different when you start to get the water really warm. It's a lot easier to manage the chemical balance in the pool when it's below 85. And yeah, when there's a temperature sensor on the roof of the house where the heater is, and there's a temperature sensor in the circulation. Actually, that temperature sensor is right there, in fact. So this electronic gizmo is constantly basically checking to see how the temperature on the roof compares to the temperature of the actual water. And if the roof temperature is closer to the set point than the actual water temperature, then it's going to automatically turn the valve on. I'm going to turn the pump on right now, so you can kind of see another effect of the heater. And that is, well, let's first swing up. I don't know if I showed you or not, but it's no problem to take this thing and just as it's running, just move it by hand. And if I move it past, see now, it's just going to return back to the position that it wants to be at. Once again, the thing to make sure is that you don't move it into a position where it's sort of stopped halfway. Okay, so now the pump, the heater is off right now, and if we look at the pressure, this is normal operating pressure of about, what do we have there, about 22 pounds per square inch. Now, as I'm sort of pointing at this, I'm going to turn the heater on, and you're going to see what happens. As the water starts to be diverted up to the roof, that pressure starts to climb because the pump has to push all that water up to the roof, and that causes that increase in pressure. The reason I'm talking about this is that this increased pressure of the heater becomes a factor when you're kind of questioning how much back pressure is being generated by the filter. So what I always say is when we're sort of judging the filter for how much back pressure it has, see, it's fully on the heater right now and it's up to 24. When you're judging the filter, judge it with the pump with the heater off, which I've just done. I've just shut the heater off, and there the valve's going back to off. And if we go back to the pressure valve, you're going to see how it's already going back down, and it's going to get down to about that 22. And so just all this to say, you're looking for, I explained in the documentation, when the pressure gets up to 24 here, that's when it's time to do a backwash. And if for any reason you need to empty water out of the pool, and you see that the pressure is at about 23 or so, then you can do a backwash then too. Okay, that's it.